Did you know that a child's success in life has less to do with their IQ and more to do with their emotional skills? In fact, studies show that emotional intelligence, EQ, can predict success better than intelligence alone. Kids with high EQ are more likely to make friends, handle stress, and perform well in school. In one study, 70% of kids who had strong emotional skills by the age of 5 were better at managing their behavior and were more successful later in life. But here's the kicker: one simple strategy can help you develop these skills in your child. It's not about complicated lessons or expensive tools. It's about showing up and being there for them in the right way. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the pressures of parenting or wondered if you're doing enough, this video is for you. We'll dive into how small, everyday actions, like listening, waiting, and modeling, can make a huge difference in your child's future. In the next chapters, you'll learn how to strengthen your relationship with your child, boost their emotional intelligence, and set them up for success. Stick with me to uncover the single most powerful parenting strategy you've probably never considered. Chapter 1. The Power of Presence. Why being there trumps everything. The first step to great parenting is surprisingly simple: be present. The act of truly showing up for your child goes beyond being physically there, it's about being mentally and emotionally available. Research has shown that children with parents who provide consistent, undistracted attention develop better cognitive and emotional skills. A study from Harvard found that children with involved parents have better problem-solving abilities, higher self-esteem, and are less likely to struggle with mental health issues later in life. When you're there for your child, whether it's helping with homework, having a chat during dinner, or just listening to them talk about their day, you're giving them something priceless: your full attention. This fosters a sense of security and trust. Kids need to feel that their thoughts and feelings matter. They need to know that you're not just in the room but truly engaged. The simple act of listening to them, without distractions, can work wonders for their emotional well-being. Chapter 2. Emotional Intelligence over IQ. Raising kids who get their feelings. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is a far stronger predictor of success than IQ, especially in a child's long-term development. Studies have shown that kids with high EQ are better at handling stress, making friends, and dealing with challenges. They also tend to have healthier relationships as adults. One of the best things you can do for your child is to help them understand and express their emotions. When they feel sad, happy, frustrated, or excited, make space for those feelings. Instead of saying, "Don't cry, it's not a big deal," help them label the emotion and talk about it. For example, "I see you're feeling frustrated. Can you tell me why?" By validating their feelings, you're teaching them to manage their emotions instead of suppressing them. Remember, parents are the first emotional coaches. According to Daniel Goleman, the author of Emotional Intelligence, parents who are emotionally intelligent help their children develop that ability too. The more you guide your child through their emotions, the better equipped they will be to handle the ups and downs of life. Chapter 3. The Mirror Effect. How your behavior shapes your child's worldview. Kids are like sponges. They soak up everything around them, especially from their parents. That means how you act is often more influential than what you say. Your behavior sets the tone for how they approach challenges, relationships, and even themselves. The concept of role modeling is backed by research. Studies show that children are more likely to adopt behaviors, values, and attitudes based on what they see in their parents than what they hear. If you want your child to be respectful, patient, or kind, the best thing you can do is demonstrate those traits. Actions speak louder than words, especially for young kids. Dr. John Gottman, a leading psychologist, says, "What children need is a parent who is emotionally aware and can express emotions in a healthy way." Whether it's handling conflict calmly or expressing love openly, your actions will shape your child's worldview. If you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more parenting tips and strategies to raise emotionally healthy kids. Chapter 4. The Art of Not Fixing. Letting kids learn from failure. As parents, our instinct is to protect our kids from failure, but sometimes the best thing we can do is let them fall. When children experience setbacks, they learn resilience, persistence, and problem-solving skills. Studies from the University of California show that children who experience manageable failures early on are more likely to succeed later in life. Instead of swooping in to fix the problem every time your child struggles, let them try to solve it themselves. If they fail, be there to offer guidance, not a quick solution. It's important that they learn the value of persistence and how to handle disappointment. A great example is teaching them how to tie their shoes. If they struggle, it's tempting to do it for them, but the act of persevering through difficulty builds their confidence. As author Carol Dweck explains in her book Mindset, when we praise children for their effort rather than their results, they are more likely to embrace challenges and keep trying, even when things are tough. Chapter 5. The Long-Term Playbook. Why patience beats instant gratification in a world where everything is available at the touch of a button. Teaching patience is becoming more and more essential. Kids today are growing up in an environment where instant gratification is the norm. However, long-term success doesn't work that way. To raise children who are patient, you have to model it yourself. Patience is linked to better outcomes in many areas of life, from academic success to mental health. The famous marshmallow experiment, conducted by Walter Mischel, showed that kids who could wait for a second marshmallow, delayed gratification, performed better in school and had better life outcomes. Teaching your child to wait, whether it's for a birthday gift or for a consequence of their actions, instills discipline and the ability to plan for the future. Remember, patience isn't just about waiting, it's about how you deal with the wait. Showing kids that you can stay calm during times of uncertainty teaches them how to handle frustration without resorting to impulsive behavior. Chapter 6. The Unseen Influence. How quiet conversations build stronger connections. Sometimes the most important conversations with your child happen when you least expect them. These quiet moments, often in passing, can be the foundation for deep connections. Whether you're driving in the car or cooking dinner, don't underestimate the power of small, everyday conversations. In fact, research shows that the frequency and quality of everyday interactions are often more important than the big, planned talks. Dr. William Stixrud and Dr. Ned Johnson, authors of The Self-Driven Child, suggest that small, low-pressure talks create opportunities for children to open up about their thoughts and feelings. These seemingly insignificant conversations create a safe space where your child feels comfortable sharing what's on their mind. It's in these moments where trust is built and where you can offer guidance in a way that feels natural, not forced. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with more helpful tips and strategies for building strong, lasting connections with your child. Final thoughts. The single most important parenting strategy is simple, yet profound. Show up, be present, and invest in building a deep emotional connection with your child. Through modeling emotional intelligence, being a role model, embracing failure, fostering patience, and nurturing quiet conversations, you'll create an environment where your child can grow up to be confident, resilient, and emotionally healthy. Parenting isn't about having all the answers, it's about showing up in a meaningful way. And by doing so, you're giving your child the greatest gift, the foundation for a lifetime of success, happiness, and fulfillment.